Welcome to another deep dive. This time, we're going to get you ready for an amazing 2025.
Yep.
And the secret to that incredible year, you know what?
Yeah.
It might just be your mental image.
That's it. And shaping it.
It's not just about, positive thinking. This is about a much, much deeper and more intentional approach to personal growth.
Yeah.
I've
Absolutely.
been checking out some fascinating research on this, and it's pretty wild. It's not just about, how you see yourself physically.
hmm
It's the whole picture, right? Like your abilities, your worth, your potential, the whole shebang.
It really is like a blueprint. This mental image acts like a blueprint for your life.
Wow.
It influences your actions, your relationships, even how you see the world around you.
One thing that really got me thinking is how this mental image is even formed. It's not just one thing.
No.
It's a whole bunch of different influences.
Right. Early on, think about your parents.
Yeah.
They're shaping your self-perception. Think about it. They're your first mirror, right? Reflecting back who they see you as.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not just parents, though, is it?
No, it's so much broader than that. Your environment plays a huge role.
Yeah.
Your family dynamic, where you grew up, schools you went to, it all contributes to the image you form of yourself. And then there's belief systems, whether it's religious or secular, all those values, those beliefs you absorb,
Yeah.
become part of your mental blueprint.
So we've got this mental image being shaped by parents, environment, and beliefs. But why should we even care?
Right.
What difference does it even make?
Well, the research shows it has a huge impact, a strong, positive mental image linked to amazing outcomes. You have higher self-esteem, more fulfilling relationships, even a greater sense of being able to, reach your goals.
Okay, so positive mental picture equals positive results. That's kind of intuitive.
Uh-huh.
But what happens when your mental image isn't so great? What about the flip side?
Yeah, that's where things get, tricky. The research also says that a negative mental image can lead to low self-worth. You start to struggle in relationships, you feel stuck. It's like it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That's a little unsettling.
Yeah.
It makes you realize you really need to be aware of this mental image you're carrying around. Good news is this research doesn't just point out the problem. It gives you solutions.
It does.
What I found so compelling is that it gives you specific, actionable steps that you can take to shape your mental image.
That's what makes it so interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's get into it. First one is daily meditation. And they say, just start with 3 minutes a day. What really hit me is that this isn't about, passively wishing for things to be better. It's
Yeah.
about actually, visualizing what you want.
You're creating that mental movie, right?
Yeah.
Where you're the star, you're living that life you want.
Right. But it's not enough to just visualize it.
Yeah.
The next step is all about planning. Detailed planning, actually. And there's this interesting thing they say, you should keep your plan private, at least at first.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's about protecting your vision, right? From
Right.
negativity or doubt from other people. It lets you nurture those dreams in a safe space before you share them.
That's a good point. Okay, step 3, cleaning up your life. What I thought was interesting here is this isn't just about how you look.
hmm
It's about creating an overall positive image.
Yeah. It's about taking a holistic approach. It includes how you speak, how you interact with others, even the energy you project, putting your best foot forward in every aspect of your life.
Sounds like this step is about aligning your external world with your internal vision.
Exactly. And you might need to set boundaries, right, with people or activities that are draining your energy. It's about making choices, conscious choices that support that positive image.
That's so important. Creating an environment that supports your growth, not hinders it. Okay, on to step 4, eliminating distractions.
This one is big, especially, in our super connected world. The research really pushes cutting out time-wasting activities, especially too much social media.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's about being intentional with your time and energy, focus on what really matters, let go of things that don't,
Absolutely. Recognizing where you're leaking energy,
and then making choices to plug those leaks.
Yeah.
Okay, and finally, step 5, focusing on results.
This is all about tracking your progress.
Okay.
And then celebrating your wins, no matter how small they are. It's about creating that positive feedback loop.
I like that, acknowledging your successes.
Yeah,
So you reinforce your belief in yourself, and then that fuels you to keep going.
right. It's about progress, not perfection.
So to recap, we've got daily visualization through meditation, detailed planning, cleaning up our lives, ditching distractions, and focusing on results. Pretty comprehensive, huh?
Yeah, But what's really cool is how all these steps work together.
I was going to ask about that. How do they all, like, connect to create the bigger picture?
It's about taking control. Really,
Yeah.
if you think about it, each step, you're not just hoping for a better life, you're actually like building it brick by brick, starting with your mental image.
It's like you're the architect of your own destiny. You create the blueprint and then use these steps to build the structure.
That's a great way to put it. And it's really empowering, especially as we start a new year.
One of the things that really got me interested in all this was how mental image connects to specific areas. Like the link between mental image and money really stood out to me.
Yeah, that's a big one. We see it play out in some powerful ways. The research suggests that a strong mental image can make you more confident, more motivated, and even help you see opportunities you might otherwise miss.
It's like you're programming your mind for success, attracting opportunities into your life.
Mm.
But is it really that simple? Can just changing your thoughts really lead to financial abundance?
Well, it's not magic. But the research shows that what we believe about money can have a huge impact on our financial choices and behaviors. For example, if you don't think you can earn more or manage money well, you might be subconsciously sabotaging yourself.
So it's not just about working hard or having the skills. It's also about believing in your ability to succeed with money.
Exactly. And it's not just about finances either. The research suggests this applies to our relationships too.
I was just thinking about that. How does mental image affect our romantic relationships?
Well, think about it. The image you have of yourself in relationships probably has a huge impact on the partners you attract and the dynamics you create.
So if you have a negative mental image, like you don't think you're worthy of love or
No.
you always expect rejection, you might actually be attracting those experiences. That's kind of scary.
It's not about blaming yourself, of course, but the research suggests our internal beliefs send out these subtle signals that can influence how people see us and how we interact in relationships.
So if you have a strong positive mental image, when it comes to relationships, you're more likely to attract partners who respect you and treat you well.
That's the idea, aligning your internal world with the external experiences you want.
Like that saying, you attract what you are.
Exactly. And the research goes even deeper. It even suggests that a strong mental image can actually make you more physically attractive.
Really? I don't know about that. How can just changing your thoughts make you physically more attractive?
It's not about magically changing your features. The idea is that when you feel good about yourself, it shows. You carry yourself differently, you smile more, you exude confidence. All of those things can make you more attractive to other people.
Interesting. So it's not just about how you look, it's the energy you project,
Right.
which is linked to your mental image.
Exactly. It's all connected. That's what makes this research so empowering. It shows us that we can change our mental image. It's not set in stone.
That's huge. But what if someone's listening to this and thinking, okay, my mental image isn't so great. What can they actually do about it?
That's where those 5 steps we talked about come in. Remember, it's all about taking action to reshape your self-perception.
Right. The daily visualization, the planning,
Yeah.
cleaning up our lives, ditching distractions, focusing on results. It's a lot to take in, but it sounds like it could really change things. But I do have a question. A lot of what we've talked about seems to focus on external stuff, like making more money or finding a partner. What about the internal stuff? Can a strong mental image also help us find more inner peace and happiness?
Absolutely, it can. You're right. A lot of the focus is on what we achieve, but I think a strong mental image can definitely help you find more peace and happiness inside.
I'd love to hear more about that. It feels like there's this whole other side to it we haven't really touched on yet.
There is. Think about what it would be like to just let go of that inner critic and really accept yourself. Instead of focusing on your flaws, you start to see your worth.
That's a big change. It's like going from being your own worst enemy to your own best friend. How does that change things?
Well, for one, it makes you tougher. When you really value yourself, you're not so easily thrown off by challenges or setbacks.
So you can handle those tough times without losing your balance. Makes sense. It's like you've got a stronger foundation.
Right. And that strength leads to more peace of mind.
Mhm.
You don't react as much to stress because you have this like solid belief in yourself to fall back on.
I like that, building this inner sanctuary
Mm-hmm.
you can always go to, no matter what's going on outside.
Yeah, it's powerful. And from that place of peace, happiness just comes easier. You're not always looking for approval from others because you already feel whole and complete.
So it's like this ripple effect.
Yeah.
A strong mental image helps you accept yourself better. That makes you more resilient.
Yeah.
Then you find more inner peace. And finally, that leads to a deeper happiness.
This is pretty amazing stuff.
It is. It reminds us that personal growth has so many layers. Achieving goals is great, but taking care of our inner worlds is just as important. This has been such a fascinating deep dive. As we head into 2025, I think the biggest takeaway for me is that our minds are the most powerful tools we have for creating the lives we want. By shaping our mental image, we can achieve our goals and also find that inner peace and happiness we all want.
Well said. And remember, it's a journey. There will be bumps along the way. But with effort and being kind to yourself, you can create a mental image that truly helps you live a more fulfilling life.
That's a great thought to end on. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon to explore more about the power of the human mind.